In the last year, I've run 3 marathons, 2 54k ultras, and a lot of training runs in between. And I haven't been injured once from running. There's a lot of contributing factors, but I think one of the biggest reasons is the leg work I do in the gym. So today, I'm gonna bring you along for my legs, chest, and back workout. Why chest and back as well? Well, we've got a holiday in a month, and I also wanna feel confident taking my top off at the beach, as most dads do, right? But I do actually have to go to a new gym to do the filming because the community gym I go to over the road doesn't allow filming, and if I'm honest, it just looks a bit naff, so it wouldn't look that good anyway. Let's go. Okay, just got here. It's a really cool gym. There's no one here, so it's just me. One of the guys who works here is a guy called Shane Flowers, who is competing in the World's Strongest Man competition in California next month. And I was chatting to him in the coffee shop. Really nice guy, really exciting, but man, this is a cool gym. Okay, so here's what I do for my leg training. I'll do one sort of unilateral movement, whether that's a single leg press or a lunge. Normally 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps per leg. This is great because it will work my quads, my hamstrings, it will work my adductors as well. And these will help just stabilize the hip and stabilize the knee whilst I'm running. And keeping those strong means that I can just maintain decent form as I get fatigued and get later on in my runs. I normally weight train 4 times a week, and I'll do legs, chest and back on a Monday and a Thursday. Then I'll do shoulders, arms and abs on a Tuesday and a Friday. Then I'll run on Wednesday with a medium run, short run, and I'll do my longer run on the weekend. Most sessions take me between 35 and 45 minutes. I keep them short and sweet. My main focus is running, honestly. The biggest reason I train is just to feel good in myself, mentally, physically. Then it's about performance with running, and then it's about how I look. Of course I want to look good and feel good in myself, but a lot of that also comes down to nutrition and what I do there. Next is a hamstring curl, and hamstrings are a biarticular muscle, which means they cross 2 joints. They cross your hip and your knee. They start on your ischial tuberosity and they go onto your tibial condyle. And a lot of people just train their hamstrings in hip extension, but they neglect the knee flexion part of it. But it's important to do that because one of the functions of the hamstring is to pull the tibia and the fibula back into the knee joint, which helps stability. And again, this is something just to maintain running form, especially as you get fatigued later on, because that's going to be one of the things that can then kind of cause an injury. Next is the Copenhagen side plank, which is a really tough move. I actually have to do a regression because I can't quite do the proper one where you've got straight legs all the way through. But this will work the obliques, but also your adductors as well. The obliques provide stability and help stop pelvic rotation, which just means you run more effectively. And the adductors help stabilize the hip and the knee, which again just maintains running form as you get fatigued later on. They also help when going up hills, and I've got a lot of hills coming up on this run. Next are tibialis anterior work, which I normally do on the cables, but I can show you how to do it body weight as well, because you can do that one at home. But this is really important because when most people get shin splints, is due to inflammation and fatigue in the muscles running up the shin bone. And one of those is the tibialis anterior. I've got a client who does a lot of work in the Army Reserves, and he's always been plagued with shin splints, and that's stopped his training from being consistent over time. One of the leg routines we have for him, which he can do at home, has the bodyweight tibialis anterior raises, and it's kept him running for 15 months, which is amazing, without injuries. So this is by far one of the most important exercises you could do to help yourself from being injured when you run. I'll be honest, it's not a terribly exciting exercise, but hey, I'd recommend you do it. And then finally, I've got calf raises and soleus raises. I normally just do these at home. I don't normally do them in the gym because I can do them at home. But this is important because it will stabilize your ankle and the calf will also help stabilize the knee as well, because they insert just above the knee. So they'll keep the ankle stable, but they'll also absorb some of the stress from just running and some of the forces just running creates. And here's a fun fact: your soleus muscle, which sits underneath your calf, also pumps blood back up to your heart. It acts as like a pump every time it contracts. The veins in your legs actually have valves to fight gravity, and so whenever you do massage, whether it's with a massage gun or whether it's with someone doing a sports massage, you should always go from your heel up to your body, because otherwise you might damage the valves and you really don't want to do that. And finally, chest and back, mainly because these are just muscles that will help me look good on the beach, really. I'll always do more sets on my chest, just because I think I've got a smaller chest, and to be honest, I want to work on it a bit more. Something cool about these chest press machines is they're converging. So what that means is when I press in here, it's going to come across my body, which means it's going to help me get a better contraction. Because with dumbbell presses, when you're at the top, there's not any tension really on your chest, because the weight is straight above my shoulders. Whereas here, there's going to be tension when I'm in this sort of end range here, which will just make it harder and put more tension through the muscle, which means more growth. Should really do chest and back first, because they're the muscles that I want to grow. I'd then be able to kind of push more, put more energy into them, but I actually do legs first because I enjoy doing legs a lot less. When I get it done first, I'm then excited for the rest of the workouts. I've sort of flipped what I would normally do on its head for enjoyment over what's optimal, and that's purely because if I enjoy training more, if I enjoy my sessions more, I'm more excited to do it, I'm going to give more, and I'm going to get more out of it in the long term. That's something that's important, and I try and do that as much as I can with my clients as well. There are some things that, depending on what you want for your goal, you have to do, but if you can do it in a way that's more enjoyable and you're more consistent, why not? You'll get better results long term, and that's the most important. Right, that's my session done. Really cool gym, really enjoyed it. Gonna go to the change room, get my stuff and head out. But yeah, SN Hub in Poole. I think it's new, it looks new, everything's super clean and sparkly, but really good, really good. I was the only one in the gym for most of the session, which was, takes me back to when I used to work in a private body composition gym where I could train whenever.